Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. Also, thanks to those of you tuned in on the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is the first dose of your daily vitamin. Okay, so listen to this. All right, now, there has been outrage erupting over in Nigeria after the stoning of a man whom they claim committed blasphemy. They said a mob took the man's life by stoning. And so a man was stoned to death after being accused of blasphemy in Northwest Virginia. Okay, according to authorities and activists, they said the outrage was sparked on Monday from rights groups worried about what they had said were growing threats to religious freedom in the region. Now, Usman Buddha, who was a butcher, was killed on Sunday at Sokoto's state's Gwandu district after he allegedly blasphemed the Holy Prophet Muhammad during an argument with another trader in the marketplace. This is according to police spokesman Ahmad Rufa. Okay, this is what he said in a statement Sunday night. They say local residents shared videos that appeared to be from the scene showing a large crowd that included children pelting stones at Buddha on the floor as they cursed him. So Rufai said a police team was deployed in the area, but when they arrived, the mob escaped the scene and left the victim unconscious. He was later declared dead at Usmano Defadio teaching hospital in Sokoyo, Rufai, or according to Rufai. Now, the killing was the latest attack. Okay, the latest attack, rights campaigners have said, threatens religious freedoms in Nigeria's predominantly Muslim northern region. Blasphemy carries the death penalty under the Islamic law in that area. Now, Amnesty International, Nigeria's office, said that the failure to ensure justice in such cases would encourage more extrajudicial killings. The government is not taking the matter seriously, and that has to change. Now, this is what Isa Sanusi said, who is the director of Amnesty International in Nigeria. Sokoto's governor, Ahmad Alayu, said that local residents should not take laws into their own hands. But he also warned that the government would deal decisively against anyone found guilty of blasphemy. So even though they don't stone you, honey, you're still going to get consequences and repercussions. They take this all very seriously. So Sokoto's people have so much respect and regard for Prophet Muhammad, hence the need for all the residents to respect and protect his dignity and personality. This is what Abubakar Bawa said. Now, many of those accused of blasphemy never make it to court or for a trial because last year a student in Sokoto was beaten and burnt to death for alleged blasphemy while a man was killed and set ablaze for the same reason in the capital city of Abuja, also in the northern region. Let me tell you something. This is why I could not live there. Okay, you have to be careful of what you say because the consequences can be deadly and quite frankly heinous and nefarious. All right. The police in Sokoto said it has opened an investigation into the latest incident though arrests are rare in such cases because they really don't care. Now, they'll tell them not to take the law into their own hands, but do they really care? No, of course they don't. Because if they did, these mob attacks would not continue to be perpetuated. They would have some types of measures to give consequences to the people acting as a whole mob and trying to take someone's life because you don't like what they said. So anyway, it goes on to say even where arrests were made, there were serious allegations against those arrested that were later released or the whole case is jeopardized. This is very dangerous and it shows the Nigerian authorities are deliberately not willing to do the right thing to fix this dangerous situation. This is what Sanusi added. So this is all crazy. I mean, they're over here stoning people, beating people, and burning them to death because of things they say against Muhammad. What if they're not Muslim? Now, I understand that most of the people there are Muslim, but what if some of the people aren't? They're not supposed to speak about their own religion? I have questions. This is all crazy. So anyway, and they also said in another report that the student that was beaten and burnt to death, this happened on a Thursday in May. This happened by fellow students in northwestern Nigeria after she was accused of making blasphemous social media posts. Now, Deborah Samuel was killed in the Shehu Shingari College of Education in Sokoto State after being accused of making social media posts that was blasphemous and about the Prophet Muhammad And they say 2 students have been arrested in connection with the incident. So this is what they're doing even at colleges, okay? Where they're supposed to have some level of education, all right, and trying to do the right thing. I mean, you would think. Now, authorities also closed the school indefinitely in a bid to calm frayed nerves in that part of Nigeria, where residents have in the past violently reacted to actions from comments deemed anti-Islamic. You better watch what you say. Okay, you better watch what you say when you go over to some of these African countries, honey. Not only watch what you say, watch what you do. Because please don't let them go over there and find out you're LGBTQ. Because we already know how they get down with that over there in Ghana. So you have to be careful. Okay, you can go over there and get a life sentence just for being your true, authentic self, or you can go over there and get deleted for saying something against their religion. Okay, so please be careful if you go over there and visit, honey. Make sure you know the rules and laws of the countries that you visit beforehand. All right, let's not forget about the guy who went over to Singapore committing vandalism or spraying graffiti and all that stuff, being foolish, vandalism clearly, and then got caned. Right? This is all crazy. I can't believe they're still stoning people. Now, I knew that they used to do this in some of the Muslim practicing countries, but the fact that they're still doing it and even have children involved, pay attention. They said children were even pelting stones at him. And then you have these college students who burnt someone to death, lit them on fire. This is all crazy. Like, this is just a savage mindset to me. This is just an excuse, as far as I'm concerned, doing these type of things to someone because they don't agree with the religious practices that someone else engages in, or, they don't worship the same deities and all of that. To me, this is just an excuse for nefariousness, all right? Some of these people are whole, cold-blooded killers. And this is just a good way for them to have an excuse to do it and likely get away with it. Pay attention. This is all so crazy. Please drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. Stoning in 2023. With that all being said, I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity. Peace.